Welcome to our virtual exhibition hall. We are glad you are visiting the 26 artworks that we collected from our group of active artists cooperating with us during the last years. We have actually set up three halls within our exhibition area, which we would like to present to you now. As you have seen on the invitation flyer, the topic of our exhibition was time of healing and inspiration. So many of our artworks were produced during this pandemic. We are going through and influence our artists in some or another way while creating their works. The artwork of the flyer for the exhibition is from one of our part-time artists, actually in real life a frontliner in the healthy community. We do have in our first room the three artworks of Christian Carlo Gonzalez. Let us start with the first one on the left side on the wall, Genesis 1 to 3. Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. The second artwork in the middle of Christian is all about the bravery and sacrifices of the people and farmers who plays an important role in the Sugar Lanja in Negros. It all started with Papa Isho, who was the leader of a group of Babaylanes that fought and protected their land against the non-Malays, Spaniards, and Americans to name a few. And his third artwork is all about the catastrophic events that happen and currently happening in the world from murder, racism, volcanic eruptions, pandemic, and terrorism. But in the midst of this event, we know and we believe that there is a light beyond darkness. Let us move on to the next panel with the three artworks of Dominic Urbano, one of our self-taught artists with the gallery many years already. On the left side, you can see it now. And according to Dominic, we must take care of our mother nature for the better future of the next generations. Nature will give the change on what exact things we gave to it. Take care of it, and Mother Nature will grant us the things that we need for living. In the middle, Dominic brought his version of the Espolarium. We can always look back a scene from the past with the artworks. The memories, the message, and the emotional scene will be reminisced. And finally, on the right side, you will see the third artwork of Dominic Urbano, telling us about the struggle of an old man, a hero who continues to sacrifice for the fellow, endurance and blood and sweat, efforts of workers, farmers, fishermen, and all who wholeheartedly resist the scourge of life. We will now move to the artwork of Jerilyn Dunguines, another self-taught artist in our gallery. On the other side of the panel, her first artwork on the left side is called Paghabi ng Bagong Pag-asa. In our time, everyone has been affected by the pandemic. Everyone lost their jobs, become vulnerable, especially the emotional health. But always remember, don't forget to pray. Through faith in the Lord, this pandemic will end soon. In the middle, you can see her second artwork, Bright Side. Be optimistic, always look at the positive side of life. And the third artwork of one of our five lady artists, Jillian Dunguines, is on the right side. It is called The Colors of Bali. During the pandemic, we need to stay at home to be safe from the virus. And while at home, do not forget to pray to the Lord because He is the only hope of our lives. Moving forward toward the next panel, we can see the individual artwork of another of our lady artists, Ana Fenemenso, which she specially prepared for our online exhibition. Anna Faye is one of our fine art studied artists and have been with us already in Europe, Germany, for exhibition abroad. The description of her artwork as follows. Everything on earth has its own time and its own season. There are seasons in your spiritual life too. It's fine to pray for a miracle, But don't be disappointed if the answer comes through a gradual change. Over time, a slow, steady stream or water will erode the hardest rock and turn giant into pebbles. Over time, a little sprout can turn into a giant redwood tree. Remember how far you've come, not just how far you have to go. You are not where you want to be, but neither are you where you used to be. In our next virtual room, we can see the artworks of several of our artists. Let us start with the artwork of Sarah Tario called Acceptance, the artwork of Kevin Kubinar Line Between the Lines, and the two artworks of our sculptures Arnel Garcia. The first artwork on the left side is called Alles in Ordnung, which means in English all is fine. The matrimony exists in time of pandemic between the two lovers. Remember the vow for better or worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. The second artwork is called The New Hope, which is described as follows. The entry depicts the apparition of sprout figures to the apparent environmental changes. The black and gray background is an illusion, only nature is innocent. The apparition is assigned to act now for the future. The next artwork in this room on the next panel is called The Signs of Times by one of Our Lady artists, Patricia Colantes. This work has a relation to the situation in the Philippines is fascinating right now. The next line are the two artworks of the lawyer in our round of artists, Dexter Matias. He often is painting in watercolor as he did for the exhibition as well. The first artwork of Dexter is called Barong Barong. The second one is symbolizing the hope we are in defined by flowers. In that case, the artwork called The Roses. Our last artwork in this virtual exhibition room on the next panel is an artwork of our youngster self-taught artist Luke Estrana. It is called Euphoria. The artwork he presents is simply inspired by the survivors of the pandemic, which he is as well supporting, before going back to school hopefully this August. In our last virtual room of our exhibition, you will be seeing several panels with some more artworks of our artists. Let us start with the two artworks of John Rilcodillo. The one on the left side is called Matatapos Din ang Lahat. The second one, The Power of Faith. The artist wants to share with the interested viewer that in every storm in our life we are not supposed to lose faith. We have to keep on believing and everything has its ending. On the next panel, you will be seeing the two artworks of our Kapampangan artist Hermie Pineda, called on the left side The Conversation and on the right side Watch and Pray, which again are influenced by the pandemic situation the artist is enduring the time in Angeles. Moving towards the next two artworks, you will see the artworks of another of Our Lady artists, the two artworks of Shiloh Illusorio. On the left side, it is the artwork called The Disastrous, which the artist described as follows. The world isn't the same as what it used to be. Let us all be safe. And the second artwork called Social Distancing, which she described as follows. Sometimes we need to be distant from people, not just to save ourselves, but to save many. Follow the rules. On the next panel, we can see the artwork of Joshua Villena called The Lactose Stories, which again has a close relation to the situation we are in for time being. And last but not least, we can see on the final panel of our exhibition the artwork of the Philippine Master of Watercolor, Mr. Rafael Popoy Cusi. Sincere guiding the other artists in our group, he is with us since many years and is constantly supporting in any activity. As per Popoy, he stated that in the beginning of the lockdown he was a bit irritated, but after a while, he continued to express on the canvas whatever he wanted to express, be it in landscape, abstract, in oil, watercolor, or in acrylic. He just expressed what he thinks is needed to be expressed. The artwork we have chosen is Than the Other Months and fits perfectly as the topic artwork at the end of our virtual exhibition. This is the end of our virtual exhibition and the 26 artworks provided for your eyes. We hope you enjoy, and any further information, please do not hesitate to contact us through our different channels of communication. Thanks for watching.